You're listening to the Afterbuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
The Afterbuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is Afterbuzz TV's House of Lies After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's Afterbuzz TV's House of Lies After Show.
Oh, hey, what's up, everybody? Hello. Lies. We are doing season 3, episode 3. I am your host, Lem, and I have my beautiful co-host in the building. Say hello to him, Yael.
Hi.
And we also have my girl, Roya, in the house.
What up?
What up? That's right. And in the house as well, we got our tech, Marissa, with a microphone, so she can chime in anytime.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah. So we're going to get started. I really enjoyed this episode. It's titled Boom, and rightfully so, because the boom was brought during this episode. Boom. Boom. So we started off. I love it. We started off, and we had Jeannie having a nice scene with a guy. And it was interesting, to say the least. And then we see Marty come in. And I just wanted to talk about their dynamic a little bit because, what's going on? What do you think is going on with them at this point?
Well, before we get to that, I just want to say that was her Veronica Mars co-star. For all the Veronica Mars fans out there, that was her co-star.
Was it really?
It was Ryan Hansen who played Dick on Veronica Mars.
And she was taking charge of his. Yeah. But her powerfulness was coming out even in that sex scene.
Yeah.
You might be like, why did they have that?
Right.
Well, did you see the way she was facing, not looking at him, put her hands in his mouth to shut him up, and got what she wanted out of it.
It was interesting. And now that you say that, that's really interesting how that kind of dynamic came back. But I just want to say that I'm a fan that he was worked at Applebee's.
Yeah, that was great.
And I thought that was great. And Marty, when he came over, did kind of make a point of that. So what do you think? Like, what do you think their dynamic is going on right now?
Oh yeah, definitely. I love seeing him kind of like a wounded animal. Mm-hmm. He's like
who?
Marty. Yes,
Marty. Or the Applebee's guy.
Not the Applebee's guy. No, the Applebee's guy, he was very much not wounded.
Not wounded at all.
But Marty was like a wounded animal, seeing her and seeing the guy and being sad. And it was beautiful to witness because Marty is supposed to be our strong, fearless leader.
Of course.
Like a high school crush, huh?
Yeah.
How he's like, I want to date you, but I'm too scared.
Right.
Yeah. It was great.
I think like she's almost like kryptonite to him because it's like he wants her, but it's like she's the only one that can make him feel those emotions that he shows to anyone.
Yeah.
They shows outward. Even when dealing with his dad, his son, I still don't get that. He still has that kind of, alpha male personality, but seems when it comes to Jeannie, he just, he loses it a little bit.
Yeah.
He loses it a little bit, I think. So what do you think, Roya?
Well, I liked how he was trying to take charge, I guess you could say, of the elephant being in the room about their past, and because she brought it up, and he's like, Jeannie, I know we haven't talked about it, but then she turns it off. She doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to bring it up. He had his opportunity, and again, another powerful scene by Jeannie taking control of the situation.
Yes.
So it's still in his mind, which is great, that he's still wants her.
Yeah.
I'm team Marty and Jeannie.
I'm always team Marty and Jeannie.
What would be the Jardy? Marty?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jardy.
Or
Meanie.
Meanie. Guys, Meanie.
What?
Marty, Jeannie.
Okay. Meanie. But that's okay.
It's kind of, well...
It makes sense. They're not...
Well,
They're
Jardy
not
kind of
nice
sounds
people.
like a
That's
character
true.
from Star Wars, so I don't
Which
know.
one?
Jardy. Character
Jardy.
from Star Wars. Right, anyway.
So is that a good or a bad thing? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how it plays in the House of Lies
Think
format.
about it. Sleep on it. You can vote and let us
sleep on it.
know.
We can talk about it. You viewers at home, you're watching us. Why don't you vote on that? You can send a tweet to us at AfterBuzz TV and tell us, what do you think? Do you think Jardy or Meanie?
Meanie.
Jardy.
Yeah, okay.
I guess I'd stick with what I said.
So we're going to vote on that.
Yeah.
Speaking of Marty, his ex-wife,
Monica.
She's amazing, crazy, and all the sorts. And Clyde. Clyde's kind of changing a little bit.
Yeah.
He's
going dark.
He's going very dark. I mean, he's always been kind of jerkish, has jerkish tendencies, but you see now with the dynamic of Mark, he's turning into someone else. He's turning someone different. What do you think is going on?
I really like that by the end of the episode, he kind of grew his balls back and stood up to her. But up until that point, he is being this like wuss. I think he's, hurt him. Let me find words. I think he feels a little bit of guilt for what he did to Marty, and he's like dealing with Monica even though he doesn't want to because of his guilt.
Do you feel bad for him?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't feel bad at all.
I don't feel bad for him at all
Why would I
either.
feel bad?
Yeah,
for
because
him?
that encounter with Marty and Marty and them when he went to pick up his son,
Clyde.
with
Right,
Clyde, yeah,
Clyde.
and Roscoe was there, and how he was kind of like a little taken back and a little
Right.
awkward. I didn't feel bad for Clyde at all.
No, no.
Yeah, he put himself in that whole situation.
definitely.
And I don't know. He's like a caged animal. He's got so much potential, but he's just feeling so defeated because he's in that cage that he can't do anything.
But he put himself in that cage.
Yeah, well, but this is how it's gonna go.
Well,
for
you
him,
make
know?
it bad, you lie at it. I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
it's that whole old philosophy. I think he didn't understand. I don't think he knew it was going to turn out like it did, honestly. Like when he, at the end of season 2, we saw what happened, and he really wanted to get back at Marty, and this was a way to do that. But also he felt like he can kind of come on top, and it's just biting him in the butt.
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically backfiring on him to the point where he's just really, he wants to get out of it, and I think, like you said about growing some balls, I think he's definitely kind of feeling himself. It's like almost like he's trying to peer over a little bit, and then finally he's like, forget it, I'm out of here. He storms out of the place, and that scene last season, I know you guys talked about it, but when old girl stabbed her in the leg, I just thought that was great.
Last episode.
And so like how he even reacted to that, I think he's trying to find himself. But do you think he's going to stay?
With Monica?
Yes.
Oh, it's part of my prediction. I can't. I don't want to give it away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because we're not doing predictions yet.
Well, I want to say I think that it's not going to get any better for him anytime soon. Regardless of whether he stays, I think he thinks he's hit rock bottom, but I think he's going so much lower so quickly.
So it's like
excited.
a downward spiral type
yeah.
situation.
Yeah, he's at that top of that spiral and he doesn't know it yet.
Yeah. I don't think you said that he grew his balls back finally. I don't think he ever really not saying he lost them or anything, but he was just more of an ass kisser. So I don't feel like that whole him growing some balls has anything to do with who he is as a person. I feel that he just doesn't have anyone to kiss ass to anymore because Monica's not taking that shit.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And P.S. I love Monica in her wheelchair, by the way. Her electronic little
yeah.
That was
scooter or
hilarious.
whatever.
Right.
But I just think he can't do what he's used to doing. And
When
I
he
don't.
was with Galweather
That's a really good
under
point.
Marty.
So I don't feel he's like trying to be all manly and ballsy to do things. I just think he's stuck out of.
No, that's a really good point.
He's just in that kind of
Yeah.
situation.
yeah.
That's an interesting point. I mean, we're going to see what happened. But going back to Galweather and Stern, the Rainmaker is in the building again.
Can I say something really quickly?
Yes.
Last week, I accidentally called him the skipper. I would like to take that back. It was not the skipper.
No,
It
Richard
was
Schiff was the skipper.
Yes, it's the Rainmaker. Either way, still bad news. Go
Right.
ahead. Sorry, I just wanted to clarify
No, we
that.
Clarify that, so you know what's going on. We don't want you confused. But the Rainmaker is back, and the person shocked the most is Jeannie, and it was just her face was priceless coming into there, and there he is after being gone for so long, and the history that they have. What do you think she was feeling?
Oh my God! When the thing she said to him was so beautiful because it's every woman's fantasy to fuck Santa Claus.
Yeah, yeah.
So good.
Yeah, yeah. I don't. I mean, it was. I think it took her back. She definitely wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
She's on this plight. Of course, I think I'm dedicating the entire show to Jeannie. Because she was definitely on her power trip and showing her, her muscles. But I think this was another way for her to be like, okay, I'm leaving. Like to me, that was like the final straw. In my
How did
opinion.
he come back?
Yeah.
He even said no one would hire him, not
Right,
even his friends.
right.
So, I mean, obviously, it'll probably come up. Well, unless it doesn't.
Well,
But-
I think.
Yeah.
I know we're not doing predictions, but I think who's the guy that she took the account from, the OD account? Gil. So I think Gil somehow, because did you see how when he walked in there and Gil was kind of dapping him up a little bit,
Yeah.
shaking his hand? I think Gil had something to do with it because remember Jeannie stole the account from him.
Yeah.
So I think somehow, some way, I don't know how, but he brought him back.
He
And-
also got what's her name ousted.
Well, remember they were giving that analogy. She was talking to on the plane. to the guy that she works with now. That's in her pod, and she was giving, or it was
To
Doug.
Doug.
And she was giving the analogy of the team and how what you do with the team and the uprooting, and you taking over and you shift things around, you bring in all stars. She was putting that was a point of why the Rainmaker's back in the building and back in the mix. So I think that.
But he broke up the team, the original team. So how does that go? How do you bring back Kobe when you kick out Kobe?
Well,
You know what I mean?
But the situation
like,
is
especially
different,
if Kobe
though.
touched women that inappropriately, which I'm not trying. Sorry, I don't know why I keep bringing up Kobe, but I'm just trying to use a name. But I mean, it's that high, powerful person where if they did something really, really bad and no one else wants them, and they're using football or team analogy. So how do they bring him back?
But sometimes what could happen is you get kicked out. We'll go back to Kobe. We kick out Kobe, but then another coach comes into play, and he wants Kobe back because he can handle Kobe.
I just want to say that I'm feeling like Doug here, not understanding a word of what. Who is Kobe, and does he make beef?
Well, Kobe, we're referring to Kobe Bryant from the LA Lakers.
And that is a sports team.
Basketball. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you not know?
I'm really pulling a Doug. I have no idea.
Wow.
We
yeah.
are our own little pod here, aren't
Yeah.
we?
Very much so. I thought everyone knew who Kobe was, but there is such thing as Kobe beef. So I'm going to give you a pass on that because we weren't talking about Kobe beef. We're talking about Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
But anyway, I mean that's my theory. You
Yeah.
know, I could be wrong. But to me that would make the most sense. What do you think, Roya?
I don't know.
You disagree?
There's some things like, why would the partners choose to get him back in when he did so much damage to their company already?
But why else would he be back though?
To make this a dramatic show? I don't know.
Just for the sake of the show, bring him back, bring some drama because we needed some drama at that point.
So regardless of sports metaphors,
Yes, sorry.
I think that they need to explain how it is that he's back, because it's
Yes.
true. He did sexually harass 16 women at the
Right,
company.
right.
His friends won't hire him or talk to him, and they ousted. What was her name?
What part?
Julianne.
Julianne.
Julianne was ousted and taken out with security.
But she had her head held high.
Of course she did.
Yes.
Well, yeah.
She's coming back. She's not done.
The question is, what is it that he could have possibly said that she did that got her removed?
I don't know. It could be something that they will show later. I'm going to stick with my analogy of Kobe that I borrowed from Roya.
Since they
that they're just
TM.
right, since they're mixing things around. That's my opinion. But
Okay.
I think it will be developed in the future show.
I hope so.
I think it will happen. So, talking about Kobe, let's go into Bears because Kobe doesn't have anything to do with Bears.
Oh, good.
But I think it's just
I definitely didn't catch that.
I just wanted to throw you off. Because you were already confused.
Bears.
So,
Bears.
the bear hug analogy with Colossal Foods.
Yes.
That was huge. Marty had a conniption fit right there because his guy came in and just went crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think Jeannie had anything to do with that?
Oh, Jeannie
yeah,
definitely
she
had
did, yeah.
everything
Yeah.
to do with it.
Okay. So why do you think she had anything to do with that?
I think
Like, what was her reasoning?
To get the people on her side so
Okay.
she could go with Marty with them.
Okay.
And to
so
get
it was
away from the
all the
Rainmaker.
master plan.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. 'cause
What she was explaining to
She
him.
wasn't able to talk to Marty prior to, because remember, she picked up the phone when she saw Julianne. Sorry, Julianne.
yeah.
Right.
Julianne leaving, so she picked up the phone, but she couldn't. They're like, they need you in the conference room. So I think she was about to call Marty then to be like, what the hell do I do?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And then
And
she saw
then
the Rainmaker. And
She just
said-
thought on her own.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then
Yeah.
just masterminded the whole thing.
Yeah,
Which
and
was
she's
genius.
smart. Yeah.
That was
She's a
pretty
goddess.
She, what is she? Athena?
Athena, yes.
Athena. Yes, I think so. I think it was good. I do like the fact that she is kind of taking control now. I think in the previous season, she's kind of made a more subdued role to Marty. And then, of course, with their whole dynamic, she was very much, wanting after him because she was in love with him, as she proclaimed at the end of season 2. So I think that this way that she's going now, and we're going to see, obviously, it gave us a preview of the next episode that she's going to be over there. But I think that he's going to see her as an equal, and that's going to make him want her even more.
Yeah.
Oh, he already wants her so much more.
Right.
When they're in the airport and she told him the whole plan and then she walked away. You could even see, I could tell she just wanted to turn around to see if he was looking at her.
Yeah.
To see if she was like being checked out by him. Be like, I got it. But no, she played it cool and she's like, I want him, but I'm gonna keep going forward.
Right.
I really want to say this is so far 3 episodes in the season of Shark Jeannie. She is amazing.
Yes.
kicking ass. Who cares about names?
Just kicking.
Yeah.
Kicking and screaming.
Well, I mean, I think it was good for her to develop into this just because I think it was always in her. But again, I think she always was playing second fiddle to Marty, and she really couldn't shine. And even when she tried to, I mean, if you look at previous episodes, he would always knock her down.
Yeah.
He would always put her down in her place, so to speak, and she never really could. And now that he's out of the picture, she kind of has that ability, to do that and kind of show what she's really made of.
Well, she kind of did that in season 1 where she was doing her own thing, but she wasn't really sure. For example, when she slept with the Rainmaker, that was all her plotting. And then it ended up actually helping her in the end where she could use it against him.
Yeah.
So she's been kind of pretty smart. As long as she doesn't do what she thinks in her head and just goes with it, then it could be good.
But this is the first time that we're seeing her make the decision and proclaim it. Like,
Yeah,
I
be
made
proud
this
of it.
decision. I'm doing something because I'm a genius.
Yeah.
It's great. It's really great to see.
Yeah.
I like it. What do you think about Benita though? Like
She's a great puppet. She's a great puppet,
So dumb.
do you think that, what do you think with her going forward, how her character is going to develop? Or do you think she's done now that Jeannie's leaving?
I feel like Jeannie might give her a job at the new Marty and Con. Yeah, because she, in a way, set up Benita to do the whole story, to call her friend and leak the information that the DOD, so I don't know why I did G in front of me.
The GOD.
The DOD about the whole thing. And so she's going to have to kind of save her ass.
Yeah.
And to show her that she's powerful and like, hey, there's a reason why we should, it might destroy them, but it's a good thing.
Right.
I think also she's said about Benita a few times that she is a great analyst and that is her skill. And I think that she will definitely bring her over to Marty or Con and Associates.
That's true, because Doug's an analyst, right?
Or
was it Clyde?
I thought it was Doug.
I thought it was
he was
Doug
the
as
numbers
well.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
and then,
Doug was the numbers guy.
And then Clyde was the...
Mess talker.
Okay.
his actual position.
Because, until Clyde comes over into Con and Associates,
right.
They don't have the full pod yet. So maybe,
exactly.
maybe Benita is the filler.
Well, I have a feeling that eventually, once more people get onto Clyde and
Con and Associates.
Con and Associates, excuse me.
Some more predictions. Clyde's going to have his own network. No.
He wishes.
Right.
I think once they get the main pod over, they're going to start pulling people from the new pods because I feel like each one of the pod members, the original pod members, are going to want their own pod. There's no way they're going to move over to be Marty's.
Doug would.
Well,
I think
that's
Doug
true.
would. Yeah, Doug would definitely.
Clyde will definitely want his own pod.
Again, not in predictions yet, but I just really want to say this. I think they're all going to end up at Con and Associates at some point in time this season.
Yeah.
I think that's all going to happen just because of the way things are playing out. Jeannie's obviously coming over. Doug is going to follow Jeannie, of course, because he wants to be Marty. You saw him when he walked in the airport. Yes, the answer is yes.
He's going to beg to be brought over.
You've been wanting to kick it with me all this time, and the answer is yes. He loves Marty in that respect. He respects him. He wants to be Marty. At the end of the day, I'm interested to say why are they not showing his? They kind of showed his wife a little bit, but she's kind of out of the picture.
I don't think she's out of the picture.
Because last week she was all about getting pregnant. So
right, but I'm just saying they didn't show her at all this episode
or the first episode. That's true.
And
this episode, I feel like it was more based off of Jeannie, like the power of Jeannie. Because if you think about it, all the scenes, she was in it. Or her name was in it. It was all really kind of focused a lot around her. Hence, boom, when at the end she does the whole
with the bomb, which is awesome.
So great.
But I think this was more focused on her powerfulness.
It's just interesting because when the season ended, the big deal was their wedding, and all that stuff happened in the course of their wedding, and then all of a sudden, the first episode you don't see her, and then she makes an appearance in the second episode and talks about having a baby, and then that's it. It was very short.
There was no talk.
Well, she said she's having a baby.
Yeah, she said we're having a baby.
Right.
Yeah.
She's putting her foot down, but then you don't see her again.
Pulling a goal.
Pulling the goalie.
That's
a
it.
Goalie?
She's pulling the goalie.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I knew it was something sporty.
Yeah.
Right.
Tennis or something.
So since you weren't here last week, though, what is your take on her just pulling the goalie without really asking?
I think that's just customary of her personality. Doug is the passive person in the relationship, obviously.
What?
So
Doug passive?
I know, go figure. But I think that she, with her takeover type of mentality, I wasn't surprised. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
And when she did that, I was like, oh, okay, I could see her doing that. And then Doug just kind of like, okay, because again, he loves her and he feels like he's going to do anything to be with her and whatever she wants.
But what if a girl did that to you? Say you married a girl and she did that to you. Like, say you were married to her. Would you react the same way as Doug?
That's a crazy question.
Because it's a crazy situation.
Right. I wouldn't act like Doug. There would definitely be some, I don't know. You threw me off. That's such a hard kind of question. I don't know how I react. I really don't know.
I like flustered Lem. It's fun.
I don't know how I react. Honestly, because I can't imagine being in that type of situation.
Well, I could totally see it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I imagine this very well.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, what? Sorry. No, I don't know. To answer your question, I don't know how I react.
That's cool.
I don't know how I react. I mean, I want to have kids, so I mean, I can't see it happening for real. But at the same token, that would be very, I don't
Different
know.
story? Okay.
It would be a different story. Flustered. You got me.
Before we go on to the predictions thing, though, I wanted to make a note of when they were talking about the bear hug and the whole, his description of it,
Yes.
that editing, like just the whole, you pause.
Oh, yes.
Love that. Because I was like, what do they mean by bear?
Right.
Oh, it's literally.
There's
he's
a
gonna-
diagram.
He's going to tell me,
Yeah.
there's a bear. Ooh. He was really good at drawing. I know he didn't draw, but
It was
still.
awesome. Yeah. No, that was a great analogy, and I'm curious. I was watching that. I'm glad you brought that up. When I was watching that, I was wonder if that's something that would really happen, like in real life. If that could happen
In like a business.
in a business situation with corporations, and you have people feuding because there's always takeovers.
Yeah.
You hear of this company buying this company, so on and so forth. So I'm wondering if they borrowed that or if that was something that was made up for the show.
Well, I would take that to our loyal audience.
Yeah.
Those who are in business, let us know.
Yeah.
Comment here and let us know. Here.
Right here. Yeah. There it is.
Just right in this little area.
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I think it's time for predictions. What do you think? I think it's time for predictions.
I predicted it's time for predictions.
Yeah, I predict that. Oh,
Thank you. Original.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
predict there'll be another bee in here. No. Earlier, there was a bee in the studio, and I did have to use my manly skills and kill it.
After he screamed.
Yeah,
Just
and
kidding.
then, shh, we're not going to talk about that. I have a fear of bees. Anyway, so predictions. We've kind of hinted a little bit on them, but I think there's a lot that's going to happen. This left a lot of room for a lot of things going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, Yael, we'll start with you and your predictions.
Okay.
What you think is going to happen.
Okay.
Don't look at mine.
Sorry. All right, here are my predictions.
Okay, we're ready.
I think I already said that Clyde is going down a slippery, slopey spiral. He is not even close to rock bottom, even though he thinks he is. I think that Benita will be back. I think by at least halfway through next episode, Doug will have moved over to Con Associates. And I really hope we get Christy back. Because I like her.
I don't think she's coming back.
Well, I do, and I think she's coming back with.
I don't think she's going to come back and work.
Come back in a straitjacket, baby.
I think she's coming back with Clyde. I think they're going to get together finally.
Really?
And yes,
Okay.
I'm a hopeless romantic.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think we're going to find out real soon that Sarah is pregnant. I still stand by that. I think she's going to show up and be like, "Oh, you weren't ready? Well, I'm already 3 months pregnant. Whoops."
Whoopsie daisy.
There it is.
Those are my predictions.
Okay.
Mark my words.
Okay. Roya, you agree with that? Disagree?
I agree. I definitely, part of my notes were cheater. Just kidding.
She did
Was Clyde is going to hit rock bottom, but I think it's going to be a very dark. I don't want anything bad to happen to Clyde, but I feel something very dark is going to happen. And I don't mean to get like Debbie Downer-ish,
Right.
but I definitely think that's the route it's going to go for him.
Well, they did.
They showed him naked in the backseat of a car, and he stole drugs. That was weird.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
why? Why, Clyde? Why?
Why?
So that's one huge thing. And Marty is still going to be chasing after Jeannie. Jeannie, though, I think she's going to pull some more fast stuff. over Marty's head.
Okay.
She might start trying to make her own. She's gonna do what Marty did to their Mayweather and do it right. Mayweather, is that what it's called?
Galweather.
Galweather. Wow.
Now we're talking about boxing. We're talking about Kobe and basketball. Now we're talking about Mayweather, boxing. Okay.
Oh, was that a thing?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Galweather is
Yeah.
she's gonna do what Marty did to them. I think
Okay.
we're seeing a slow transition of her becoming Marty in a way. We've already seen her having sex. So.
Word. Well, I'm going to say that I agree with you and in pretty much everything that you said. In addition, I think that, and you kind of touched on it, but Jeannie will definitely be the aggressor in the situation when she comes over to Con Associates. I think she's going to kind of have Marty eaten out of the palm of her hand.
Oh, yeah.
Most definitely. Most definitely. And there will be some more surprises.
Like the Applebee's guy.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. That'll be Chili's.
Fingers crossed.
Chili's. Shout out to Chili's
If we're
next.
lucky, the rest of the Veronica
Right.
Mars cast will come and
Right.
she'll sleep with all of them.
Word. All right. Well, that's our show today, and so excited. I'm excited for next episode. I really am
Yeah.
excited. So
This whole season.
yeah, I know exactly. So my name is Lem. You can find me at the Poet Saint on Twitter and on Instagram. Yael, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on the web at yael.tv. That's YAEL.tv. And on Twitter at YaelTygiel. That's YAELTYGIEL.
And guys, I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Hey Roya. That's HeyRoya. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Roya. Yeah. There it is. So there it is. We will see you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Afterbuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the Afterbuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of Afterbuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.